Hi everyone, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my channel. Yes, today we wanted to talk about the H1B visa lottery experience. And by the way, I just wanted to tell us that the deadline was moved from yesterday, 22nd of March, to Monday, 25th of March. So, if you're still in the process of submission, if you still have your application ready, yes, you can go ahead and still submit within this window. Now, we talked about the minimum criteria, which includes having a degree, a university degree, or its equivalent, having a job offer from a company in the US. Of course, you have a few other things, including attestation, which you can get from a court, like affidavit, to say that all your information are correct. So if you have those minimum qualification or criteria and you're still in the process and you had thought it ended yesterday, hey, it's still on today, tomorrow, and it will end on the 25th by 12 noon EST, Washington, D.C. time. So you use it to find out your own time in wherever you are. So, guys, let's talk about the experiences. Now, I want to assure you that it's a learning curve for many of us. So if you had made a mistake, if you were not lucky to have entered the lottery, and so many things that worked against you, don't be worried. Don't be sad. Don't feel like the world ended. No, the world has not ended. There are many more opportunities before you. Now, some of the lessons we learned is, trying to figure out the best approach. And from my end, the best approach is not only to get a job, but also to get the company who give you the job to file for you. Their platforms seem to be more user-friendly. So, getting a job is good, but getting a job and getting the company that made you the offer to submit for you is one of the best ways to do it. The other way is to go through immigrant attorney. Now, those are good ways. They may be slightly more expensive. If you go through the company, they won't have to charge you any extra fee to file for you. If you go through the attorney, you'll most likely pay other legal fees. But hey, I don't think the fees are the issues. The main issue is being able to enter into the lottery. So, next opportunity, please start early. The other lessons we learned is our inability of some of us to be able to search for job by themselves. I have said in earlier videos that many organizations are willing to hire internationally. And I shared some site that you could search for job. One of the experiences I gathered from it is that not many people are even aware of some of those job sites, such as LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster, name them. Now, some that are aware does not have a marketable LinkedIn account, because it's not enough to have those accounts with this hiring organization or job boards. It's important you have account that is marketable, which means you need to build your job board account. For instance, LinkedIn. LinkedIn happened to be one of the ones I use frequently. LinkedIn wants you to create a compelling profile that will make you attractive to employers, that will make employers want to meet you. I get employers sending me emails saying, hey, we have this job offer. We think that your profile is a good match. You need to come up to that level where you are able to sell yourself on those job boards. So, create a compelling account, write your profile, connect with your network. You can have a LinkedIn account where you have no connection. You should have a minimum of 500 connection on your LinkedIn account. Yes. I mean, you've been working with people, you school with people, search for them. When you create this account, search for them and connect with them and begin to build your profile. Let's assume that H1B visa lottery ended, this month. Guys, this lottery will come up again next year when the government decides that they need to open it up. So if you did not make it, but you're listening to me, you have almost a whole year from now to begin to create that compelling profile that will make you marketable to employers. If you need support in this regard, please shoot me a message and I'll be able to do my best. But you should be willing to do your own side of the game. So when I'm saying do it this way, do that, and you'll be ready to do that. I want you to remember that I don't do this on a full time. I use my private time to be able to do some of this. So that you can be kind to me when I'm not quick to respond to you. But trust me, I will respond if you reach out. The other lessons we learn is just around what I'm saying. Some will send me a message, at all times and may expect me to respond. I don't want you to get frustrated. Just know that sometimes we're on a different time zone. So you may be sending message when someone is sleeping, or you may be sending message when someone is at other jobs and cannot pick phone or respond to you. So there's always that time lag, and I encourage you to be patient if you're seeking for support. The other thing I want to encourage us is also do some research from your own end. Don't assume that you'll get all the information from a video on YouTube or anywhere. No, you will get limited information, but enough to spur you into action. So you search other, information on the internet. For instance, you go to USCIS site and you will see this information. In fact, don't always take the word of YouTubers or anyone for it. Make sure you do your own research before you take informed decision. So I expect you that when you see informations like this, you look into it, find other information that corroborates it. Make sure it's authentic so you don't fall victim of scammers. Good. Now, having said this, I want to talk about what next. Assuming you didn't make this lottery, probably you didn't get a job. And I must acknowledge that it is not easy to get a job in the US. It's an effort. So saying get a job does not mean that I expect you to get it now. But saying get a job means that it is possible. Others had done it. So you can do it. Those who were able to get a job from outside the US, they don't have two heads. But it takes effort. It takes a lot of hard work. You improve on yourself. You make yourself marketable. You put yourself out in the job space and you keep searching. You will find. Okay? So, if you have not gotten a job, guys, trust me, don't be sad. Sometimes we don't always get what we want at once. What you need to do is to start searching now. Start searching now. Keep searching until you find a job. I also gave us tips on 4 different organization category that does not cap. They never cap. Which means they employ year in, year out. Guys, go to that video, listen to it, find those categories of organization and begin to look for job, not just from the job board, but also from the organization's job sites. They have career as part of their website. You'll be able to find jobs that are open to international hire. So I gave you an assignment and I'm looking forward to good news. I want to share good news. Yes, even though many may not have gotten into the pool, but as at today, I have about 10 of us in this community that reached out to say, hey, mama, we got into the pool. We have submitted the application. For me, I was celebrating yesterday as if it was my birthday, like. So I am happy that some of us managed and succeeded. I also want to use this opportunity to thank friends, families, and well-wishers or even colleagues of some of those guys that got in. I know about 3 of them that got help from families and friends who are already in the US. So if you have families in the US, you can connect with them. But yes, thank you guys for reaching out and helping your loved ones into benefiting from this juicy opportunity. And again, this is how the world works. When you've been helped, try to help others. One of the reasons I'm doing this YouTube, I'm already in the US with my permanent residency and stuff like that. But I'm doing this because once I got to know that this kind of opportunity existed, I thought it's something everyone who is eligible should know about and benefit from. So that's why I'm doing this. And so guys, if you've benefited from one support or the other, if you know how these systems work, share it. Share it so that people will learn from you and benefit. Now I'm saying this because I also know that so many people who are also in the US don't even know about this opportunity. And trust me, I don't blame them. There is limit to what you will know. What that means is that you keep your mind open to learn what is going on in your environment. Some people said when I first published this YouTube that there's nothing like H1B visa lottery. That it does not exist. Some said Nigeria is not eligible. So there were lots of confusion. And I take it that, it was so because they don't know. But I will encourage you, what you don't know, don't write it off. Don't go to the community space and begin to say it's not true. Do your own research because things change. In the immigration platform, a lot change. Rules change, So it's not what you know yesterday that is still there today. As you see me, I do a lot of research with my spare time, checking out what is possible, what is still on, and knowing what to put out in this space or not. But even at that, whatever you see here, please make sure you do your own verification before you enter. Now, let's talk about what we can do, assuming we didn't make it to the pool. The first thing we will do is to encourage yourself. Don't mourn, nobody died. You're still alive. It's only when you're dead and buried that you have no hope. So if you're still alive and you're listening to me, don't worry. What I need you to do is to encourage yourself. Failure pains. So when we are not able to make what we want, we feel sad. I do too. I am human. But I'm here to encourage you. Don't worry, there will be other opportunities. What you need to do is to begin to package for next opportunity. Yes, because there will be. So start now. For those who are graduates but they've not gotten their certificate, please start now to get your certificate. Begin to work on getting your transcript. If it's possible, do your document evaluation with US-based authorized organization that evaluates certificates from outside US. In that document evaluation, certificate evaluation, they will be able to say that this your degree is equivalent to this degree in the US. You will need it in your job move in the international space. So please begin to do things that you need to do in preparation for next opportunity. Now, this is if you're going to prepare for H1B visa lottery next time. You'll start doing this. But beyond that, there are other visa categories, temporal visa, work visa categories that I want to mention here. I had done a YouTube video on it, so if you've not listened to it, you need to go back to it and see where you belong to. But I'll mention them quickly, okay? Outside the H1B visa category, you also have the H1B1. Yes, this is free trade agreement. You have the H2A, you have the H2B, you have the H3. Okay? You also have I visa, you have the L1 visa, you have P1 visa, you have P2, P3, R1, TN visa, O visa, and so on. These are all temporary work visas for US. Find where you belong, begin to package yourself for them. Those ones are open-ended, no cap, and you can continue to apply over the year. If you're an agric lover, you have something good for you. Yes, H2A. You can explore that. Okay? If you're an entertainer, Africans, I see your entertainment everywhere. Developing countries, I watch YouTube, I see action here and there. If you're an entertainer, you can also do the P2. Yes, the P1, P2, P3. Okay? For P1, these are mostly individual entertainers, including athletes. So, what is it that you're doing? I see many dancers. Don't just be dancing for fun. Come and dance in the US. Even if it's temporal. I see all of you. Trust me, I talk about dancing because I would have been a good dancer. I guess nature knows. And that's why nature did not allow me to be a good dancer. But yes, I admire those skills. So if you find where you belong, you can explore them. Now, this is about other categories of visa, temporary visa. We also have categories of permanent visas that will allow you to come and work in the US. One of them is EB1. EB1 are mostly for professors, but also it has EB1A, B, and C. And so if you're a manager in your organization, you may also be eligible. You have the EB2, okay? You also have different category. EB2 is the one that I benefited from. Yes, so guys, in the public health sector, in the finance industry, economics, agriculture, you have your master's degree. Trust me, you will be eligible for this. Just go and see, especially if you have been doing your work and documenting your research and putting it out so that it can help your country wherever you are. You're not just a Monday to Friday kind of worker. There's something outstanding about you, and you're putting it out, maybe in form of abstract, in form of conferences, and so on and so forth. You may be eligible, so you can also explore them. Then you have the EB3. EB3 is my next love. This is where you have for the skilled ones like nurses. These are very easy. 2 years experience or 2-year training, you're eligible to apply for EB2A you're a professional, you have a degree, like you're a BSc holder, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you know, these are broad category. Check it out. There's also the EB3C. This is the one not many people like to talk about. This one takes unskilled. Ha! As long as you have up to 2 years training experiences or its equivalent, or you have done the job for up to 2 years, you have this experience and you're unskilled. The one we call unskilled is the blue collar job, like plumbers, you know, technicians, all those handwork kind of. I need you to check it out. You may be surprised that you have opportunity waiting for you. The EB3, the major thing about it that makes it so different from EB1 and 2 is that you need a job employment. And if you're the professional, you may also need to write some exams when you come to US. So people like nurses will need to write NCLEX exam, and some will write job board exam, you know, to be able to practice wherever they are. But hey, who cares? You can do it. If you've been able to pass your exams in your country, the developing country where we don't have so much amenities, how much more here? So I want to believe that if you're excelling there already, you can still excel here. You also have the EB4, the EB5. You have lots of opportunities, even religious leaders, pastors, evangelists, youth leaders. Guys, you have opportunities that are waiting for you and you can explore. Now, if you're still listening to me at this point, please like, share, spread this good news. When you're spreading the news, YouTube will be willing to continue to, you know, make it available to more people so they know that this opportunity exists. I am doing this because I know that many people in the developing country have the skills. It's just that they don't have an enabling environment to express it. But in the US, in developed countries, there are rooms and opportunity for you to express yourself in those you know, setting. I don't know if we have questions. If we have questions already, I'll be happy to respond to some of our questions. I will check quickly. If you have any question, please drop them in the chat button and I'll be able to respond to you. Okay? I want to thank those who applied, who tried, despite the discouragement. You know, it wasn't an easy exercise. I know many people reached out. I also responded to as many as possible, and I know that there will be many more opportunities. This year we managed to get a recruiter. You know, unfortunately they capped. They also have enough they will be able to take. But next year, I will encourage us, next opportunity, I will encourage us to start early. If you can find a job yourself, if you can connect to your network abroad in the US, it will be good. And for those of us who have been living abroad for a long time, I want to use this opportunity to beg us. If you've been very settled abroad, start a business, start an organization that can help you to create employment. Who knows? Someone in your circle may benefit at some point as well. But even if someone in your circle does not, and other people do, you will be counted as one who has helped humanity. Don't just sit abroad, collecting foreign currency, going home to do imakwandi aibo. You can do better than that, I'm sure. Let's join hands to create that global community that you and I will be proud of. Thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing us in my next video. I'm going to be putting out as many information as possible so that more people will be able to benefit. Thank you. Thank you again.